Good afternoon, everyone. Ben here, and welcome to the weekly update of the 2020 presidential election models. I'm going to update our model. I'm going to update the Senate elections on Wednesdays. Apologies for not scripting today's episode. I just didn't have the time to do it. This weekend, I was spending all of my time in another town because I was playing in a chess tournament. My result was second, so that's nice. Not really. I only netted $7. It's a little embarrassing when you think about it. And today I actually had some real life stuff that I needed to take care of before I could record. So I just haven't had the time to script an episode today, and I'm not going to miss an upload. Fridays I may or may not upload just because there's such a right now I want to stick to what my bread and butter is, and that's forecasting the elections. And I think I can do a better job if I just focus on that and occasionally upload on a Friday instead of forcing myself to upload something that I just don't have the time to properly prepare for. Anyway, so as you can see currently, my model is showcasing Donald Trump still winning. Again, these three states are all well within 1%. That's a constant. Alaska's dipping down. It's almost at 10%. I think that's because Trump had the few semi-favorable polls in this area. Because normally if we're looking at a map that looks like this, Pennsylvania is blue, but it's red now. So that's a good thing. And at the start of the week, one of the things I noticed, because when I collapsed the entire week, because there are fewer inputs for the average, each individual input at the start of the week has a much higher effect, a much larger effect on the overall average. So at the end of the week, this would probably be a lot, like somewhat higher, like maybe 2 or 0.3% higher. But at the start of the week, we're sitting pretty low. So that's one of the things that needs to be taken into account. It's a grain of salt. As for the debates, we have 2 Democratic primary debates this week. One on Wednesday and one on Thursday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a recap of what happened in either of them. I probably will because it'll probably help this channel a little bit, and I have the ability to do it at least on Thursday. Friday, I probably won't be able to do that one. Plus, Friday is supposedly the B, the JV squad, so I'm not sure how much that actually matters. But the big names to watch are Biden, Sanders, Warren, Buttigieg, and I'm going to throw Kamala Harris in there. Some people say she's a major candidate, some people say she's not. Of course, Booker has some attention, but I'm skeptical of him. I don't see it. Booker's kind of fallen off the face of the earth. Harris is a much stronger candidate who's trying to portray a somewhat similar area, and she's cast herself slightly differently than Booker has. Booker's trying to be Obama 2.0, and that's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. Not in terms of copying Obama, but in terms of trying to copy his style and his swagger. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm not trying to say that trying to be someone who goes in and changes things and tries to do what they think is best is a bad thing. I think it's the way that Booker's trying to portray himself. He's trying to portray himself in the character. Of Obama, not the governance. I think their governance is slightly different. Booker a little bit more to the left than Obama was. Other interesting bit, South Carolina is kind of right on that bubble of likely versus safe. Nothing else really strikes me in terms of the map. Delaware, of course, is kind of a bit of a shock, I think, if you're not paying attention. Oregon, I really don't think. Somebody made a comment last week when I did my Dark Horse, or the week before when I did the Dark Horses video. Oregon's not really that competitive. Honestly, I think it's closer to Washington than it is to the states immediately to the west in terms of political lean. So there's that. Anyway, I want to thank all y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.